Man, the 2022 schedule is out. I just looked at it. Ain't no way in hell are the Raiders gonna win more than What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. Man, let's get right into it. You already know the vibes. You already know what type of time I'm on. The schedule is out. Everybody been hitting me up. Honcho, what you think we're going to do? How many games we're going to win? Are you going to still be hating on us? Understand, man, it's not hate. Okay? Just appreciate. I'm giving you my honest opinion. I look at the games, I look at the rosters, and right now it's definitely hard to predict games because injuries aren't taking place, coaches ain't been fired, emails ain't been snuck into and read and passed around the media before we even get to see them. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to give my predictions based on the games right here. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, so I will not go too much in depth with all the games. I'm just going to give you my synopsis of them really quickly. So let's get right into it. Okay, game one, we play on the road at the Chargers, which is really a home game because everybody knows that the Raiders still run the West. The Raiders still run Kakalaki. I'm from the East Coast and I know that. I know that the Chargers ain't the home team in California. Come on, now it's another home game for the Raiders. But with that being said, we usually play the Chargers when they're injured, when they're banged up, in the middle of the end of the season. Now we got to play them in the first game of the season. I think they're going to be fully healthy. I think they're going to be ramped up. I think they're going to be fired up based on how we knocked them out of the playoffs. I think the Josh McDaniels team might be over-excited and just maybe miscues here and there. But I do think the Raiders go ahead and lose this game. So I got to start in the season 0-1. Not too crazy. I just think they're going to be super healthy. That D-line versus our O-line. I'm just not sure what that chess match is going to look like. We know that John Gruden had always had the Raiders starting fast. But now this is Josh McDaniels. I don't know what that regime is going to look like yet, so please don't be mad at me. I'm just going by what I'm looking at on the rosters and on paper. And on paper right now, I'm picking the Raiders to lose that game. This could change by the time the first game comes, right? Okay, now we go home we come at home and we got them dusty ass Cardinals coming in there with no DeAndre Hopkins. Kyler Murray is on the fringe of being a top 10, top 12 quarterback, but he doesn't really scare me. Connors in the backfield doesn't scare me. Nothing about this team scares me. I think the Raiders kind of put these birds in the cage, and I think that we shut them down, and I think we get a big win at home for our home opener. We are 1-1 going against the Tennessee Titans now. I believe Tennessee is going to take a step back. They lose their number one wide receiver. Derrick Henry's coming off of injury, and Ryan Tannehill's a muffin. He's a bum in my opinion. I do not like Ryan Tannehill as a quarterback. I know he's done some good things. He's had some numbers, but to me, like, come on, man. Chandler and Crosby going to make him real comfortable out there in the dirt, and I just think the Raiders stomp a mud hole in Tennessee, and we move to 2-1, and now we're going 2-1. Highly contested matchup with the Broncos. And we know the Broncos, the thing about the Broncos is that they got Russell Wilson now, and they are tired of being picked on in this division. I think they come out strong. I don't know what they're going to look like in the previous games, and I know everybody thinks we should just automatically beat the Broncos. We should automatically beat the Broncos, but I think that this is one of those games where we kind of fall off a little bit, lose a little bit of focus at home, and I think Russell Wilson gets the best of us, and I think we lose that game, and I think we go 2-2 before our primetime match up against the Chiefs. And you know what, guys? You see the Chiefs on the schedule, and you start feeling like, what's the weather going to be like? Well, we play them October 10th. It shouldn't be freezing. It should be pretty decent weather, primetime game, and I think this is the moment where the little brother who has the mother's side of the family genes steps up, grows a pair, gets some hair on their chest, and they finally take on and stand up to their bigger brother who got daddy's punk ass genes, so he's little as hell. Mama's side of the genes got the big kids, so the little brother bigger than the big brother, and you know what I'm saying. This is the time where the Raiders finally show who they are, stick their chests out. Derek Carr goes out there and smokes Patrick Mahomes once and for all, put it to bed that Derek Carr is an elite quarterback. I think the Raiders emphatically beat the Kansas City Chiefs on that primetime game. That moves to 3-2 going into our bye week, and we're sitting pretty good. Now, our next three games, in my opinion, are Houston, the Saints, and the Jaguars. I think we win all three of those, so I'm going to mark it down right here. I think we win all three of those. I think we dust Houston, we smoke the Aints, and then we put a leash on the Jaguars and put them back in Wild Kingdom Safari where they belong, because we're going to bust their ass. That's just what I think. So I got us now at 6-2. And then we go into a trap game against the Colts. And I know everybody thinks, oh, it's the Colts. They don't have this. They don't have that. Well, remember, this reminds me of that type of game where we had against the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets a few years ago when we just blew these games, right? And the Falcons had Matty Ice, who the Colts have. The Colts have a great offensive line. They have a great running game. And they have a quarterback who knows how to not lose games. And I think we find ourselves in a position where we lose to the Colts, knocking us down to 6-3. Okay, now, what I said before, really good teams don't lose 2 games in a row. So I think that we come back and regroup, and then we go out there to Mile High and we beat the mud hole into the Broncos, and we shut them down. We put a Mile High under the dirt. I know it's not physically possible, but it seems like it should be possible. Okay, we're gonna smoke the Broncos. Okay, I got us at 7-3 right now. We go out there. I think we're gonna beat the Seahawks because damn, they got Drew Lock on their team. So we're gonna beat the Seahawks. No analysis. We don't need none of that. Okay, now. December 4th, and this is where the schedule really gets dicey in my opinion. I think the middle of our schedule is really easy because it prepares us for how the end is going to be. And I think now we go to December 4th and we are playing the Chargers once again. We took an L to them in the beginning of the season. So I think, in my opinion, they're probably going to be banged up because the Chargers are real frail. They always get hurt. I think we find a way to beat them this time because we're going to be a second half of the season team where in the past we were a first half of the season team. I think we're a second half season team now, and I think we beat them, pushing our record to 9-3, okay? I think it's 9-3, but then we have a tough matchup against the Rams. It's going to be a Thursday night game. I think the Rams are going to show that there are levels to it, and the stuff that they have done in their organization, it puts them head and shoulders above us. To now, we'll see what happens on the season. I think their defensive line just causes problem for us the whole time. We don't get our running game going. It's hard to get our passing game going. I think we lose to the Rams. That's pushing our record to 9-4, okay? Now, after that, we got some type of grudge match Sunday night against the Patriots, and I think that this is going to be a really good game, especially a Sunday night, which means Derek Carr gets to praise the Lord all morning and then come relax to the game at night, and I think he's going to show little Mac Daddy Jones over there that you ain't on this level yet. You ain't on this level yet, okay? And I think the Raiders go out there and handle, the Patriots mighty easily, okay? I think they handle the Patriots. That moves us to, what, 10-4 right now? Okay, now our next 3 games could be spicy because we have the Christmas Eve game against the Steelers, and the Steelers just don't have enough, in my opinion, to beat us. I think we're going to be feeling pretty good about ourselves, especially coming off that primetime win, and I think we go out there and beat the Steelers too, and that pushes our record to 11-4. We have 2 games left, and right now, okay, we have San Fran and we have the Chiefs. I just don't see a way that we lose. I think, all right, here we go. I think what's going to end up happening is the Raiders going to know they're in the playoffs at this point, and they might take their foot off the gas a little bit. I think we beat the 49ers. And then we lose to the Chiefs to end our season. I think we lose to the Chiefs to end our season because we're getting ready for the playoffs, and we already know what time it is, and that's that. So our record right now would be 3, 6, 9, 12. I have us at 12-5. Obviously, because this is before the season starts, anything can happen. Injuries, like I said, coaches get fired, emails come out, and you never know what's going to happen. But right now, I got to sit at 12-5 on paper. Once I see what our team looks like, I'll be able to make a better decision or assumption or prediction. But right now, Honcho Thomas says that this is going to be a 12-5 team because you know what? Yeah, we have a lot of tough teams on our schedule, but if we want to be a good team, we have to beat tough teams. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Right now, I have us at 12-5, and yeah, this 12-5 is probably our ceiling. I would say our floor is probably 9-8, 10-7. But I think a few of those games we get a little lucky and we swing the momentum a little bit towards the end of the game, and I think we get those dubs. So if you like this video, like the video. If you like the content on this channel, well, subscribe to the channel. I want you guys to make sure you get down in the comments and let me know what you think our record prediction is. I know we're going to hear a bunch of 10-7s, but I just feel like 10-7 is not a respectable prediction because it's so safe. All right, either have us lose the games or have us win the games. 10-7 is a little safe right now. I could have easily went 10-7. I didn't. I chose to go 12-5 right now. So get in the comments and let me know what you think. If you like the video, like the content of the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. Both is Raider Honcho. Till the next time, as always, Raider Honcho out.